Welcome to Enjoy English. I'm Alice.
I'm Betty.
And today in our Just So You Know unit, we're talking about professional bridesmaids to save the day. We're going to get some extra wedding help to take care of all your needs. That's what professional bridesmaids are for. I've never been a bridesmaid. Have you been a bridesmaid?
Yes, once, but I was late for the wedding.
Oh, right. She must have been a little unhappy.
But, I wasn't a professional.
Right.
So, yeah, probably.
So it's forgivable.
Right, next time. She knows what she should do.
I'll say maybe in the future, everyone just hire professionals.
Right, 所以我们来看一下这个标题哦。这个标题其实蛮有趣。他说专业的伴娘，婚礼的神队友。这里save the day 的意思就是说拯救这一天，就是扭转颓势、扭转局面。我们很常在比如说超级英雄的电影看到比如说 superheroes are there to save the day。那我们来看一下副标题，他说获得额外的婚礼帮助来处理你所有的需求。这个感觉是新娘每个人呢都很需要，因为毕竟你知道新娘有时候就是婚礼压力太大了，就开始忘东忘西啦，开始暴躁啦。那这里当然副标题还有一个片语，我们一起来看一下 take care of， 这个是照顾的意思，不只照顾人，还可以照顾抽象的，比如说东西，像是你的需求，我们也可以用来照顾。
So let's learn a little bit more about why weddings are so stressful and crazy in the first paragraph.
Professional bridesmaids to save the day. Weddings can be stressful. There is a lot of pressure to make sure the event goes smoothly. Even if everything is planned out, things can still go wrong. But there are people who can help solve these problems. Professional bridesmaids. Traditionally, bridesmaids are women who know the bride well. They could be family members or close friends. But some brides don't have many female family members or friends, or the bride might live far away, so her friends and family can't help with the wedding preparations. In these situations, a bride might consider hiring a professional bridesmaid. Professional bridesmaids are responsible for meeting the bride's needs. They can help with anything from writing wedding invitations to handling people who make a scene at the reception. They also offer emotional support when the bride feels stressed. These professional women work with the wedding planner so that the bride can relax and enjoy her special day. The prices for hiring professional bridesmaids can vary, but they usually charge based on the bride's requests. Having professional bridesmaids also means that the other bridesmaids can celebrate with the bride instead of trying to deal with problems that come up on the big day.
All right, let's begin with the first paragraph. We start off with weddings can be stressful, right? So it's full of stress. It's stressful. And again, I've never been to a wedding before or been a bridesmaid, so I don't know. But from what I hear, it's very stressful to plan everything for a wedding because there's so much involved.
Right. And sometimes people, like the couple, get into fights because one might think, okay, the other is not doing anything, and the other person think the other person should be, calm and, just take your time.
There's so much to disagree on, right?
Right. 我们来看一下第一句，就是说婚礼可以是压力很大的一件事情。如果是台湾人，应该可以感觉得到，因为台湾其实婚礼的习俗还蛮多的，所以难免大家有的时候就觉得受不了了。那我们来看一下这个 stressful， 同学要小心哦。如果是人感到很有压力的话，你不能用 stressful。主词是人的时候呢，你只能用 stressed。stress 这个字把 ful 拿掉，加 ed， 那 ed 要念成 t 哦 ，stressed。那只有事情带给你压力才能用 stressful。
There is a lot of pressure to make sure the event goes smoothly. So if something goes smoothly, that means there's no problems, right? It goes as intended or as planned. Like the event, if it doesn't go smoothly, that means something happened that you didn't expect, right? Maybe a thunderstorm happened at an outdoor wedding, or something else happened that made the wedding go not as you wanted it to go.
我们来看到这个片语 go smoothly， 就是说很进行的很顺利，这样 smooth 就是很光滑的，那 smoothly 是它的副词，就是很光滑的进行。什么叫很光滑进行？就是很顺利的进行。它这一句就说啦，有很多的压力，就是为了要让这个活动呢能够很顺利进行，大家难免呢都要忙东忙西的，就很多压力。pressure 这个字是压力。 那 go smoothly 顺利进行，同学要把它记起来。
Even if everything is planned out, things can still go wrong, right? So again, with going smoothly, the opposite would be things going wrong, right? It's not what you wanted. Again, I don't know if you've seen videos online, but I've seen lots of videos where beach weddings are all planned out and it's beautiful, but then giant winds come and everything is blown away.
That's terrible.
So, right, they planned it out. They thought they would have a wonderful beach wedding, but things happened, things went wrong.
And this is usually the case, right? You plan things out and, there's going to be something that goes wrong in the middle, right? So 我们就来看一下这一句哦。即使呢，你把所有的事情都规划得很完整啊，还是会有事情是会变得跟你想象的不一样哈，事情会出差错。那我们来看到这里有一个片语 plan out。plan out 的意思呢，就是你把事情规划得非常非常的完整。比如说啊，你可以这样子讲啊。When you go on a trip, probably you want to plan out everything in advance. 如果你要去旅行的话，可能你会想把什么住宿、机票都把它订好，完整的安排。那当然，另外一个跟 go smoothly 相反的意思呢，就是 go wrong， 就是变糟。那这个 go 呢，同学要小心。你有没有发现，第一个它是接 smoothly， 是接副词。那这个 go 解释为进行。那如果 go 呢，它有个连缀动词的用法，后面会接形容词，像这里 go wrong， 或者是视力变差。有的人可能生病，所以后来就可能眼睛看不到，就是 go blind。那有些东西呢，比如说牛奶放久了会变不好，就会坏掉，就是 go bad。所以这个 go 这里是连缀动词的用法，那同学特别注意一下。
But there are people who can help solve these problems. Professional bridesmaids. So again, we were talking about all these things can go wrong, cause stress, and who can solve the problem or fix the problem? Professionals, right? Professional bridesmaids.
Right. That sounds like a pretty good idea to me.
Yeah, I've never heard of such a concept, but because you need someone to help you, why not have a professional bridesmaid?
Right, they probably know everything about the wedding and they're so used to, attending weddings, taking care of the details. So probably it's a good idea.
Yeah.
我们来看一下哦，但是呢，你知道，其实有人可以来帮你的。这个就是我们所谓今天要讲的专业的这个伴娘。那我们来看一下这边啊，其实刚刚 Alice 老师有举得几个很好的例子，就是比如说，你刚好要办一个沙滩婚礼啊，在海边，然后突然强风来了，或突然下大雨啊，那这时候怎么办？或许请一个专业的伴娘来后，你就不用这么焦虑了。
I don't know how she'll fix it. Maybe stop and change the weather, right?
That one is hard.
That one's a little hard. But other problems they can fix.
Right.
So let's think about that for a little bit and then talk about paragraph 2. All right, let's begin paragraph 2. So we start off with, traditionally, bridesmaids are women who know the bride well. And usually people pick their own bridesmaids. You don't have to have them assigned to you, right? Usually if you're getting married, you are a bride, you pick bridesmaids. And usually it's more than one, right? Maybe I don't know what the standard number is, but maybe 2 to 2, 3, 4. I don't know. Clearly I haven't been to many weddings, but you choose bridesmaids to, again, help you with the wedding. And when you take photos, it's all of you together.
Right.
So was the wedding that you went to when you were a bridesmaid, was that your friend or family member?
That was my friend from high school.
Oh, okay.
And and I'm not sure how many bridesmaids are there, but apparently there were more than around 5 bridesmaids. So I think it's good.
Yeah.
Except it's late. So definitely.
Yeah, right. So you didn't know, you were just rushing in.
Right. It would be awkward and terrible if I'm the only one and I was late.
Yeah,
right?
No, that would be bad. Yeah. That's why you should have many in case some are late.
Right. 所以我们就讲传统上啦，那个伴娘呢，就是通常会是你要很了解那个新娘，而且通常新娘我们有聊到，就是新娘通常会自己选嘛，会自己选伴娘，然后数量的话好像可以1个到10个吗？我看到很多有钱人也是伴娘一排，对，然後都穿一样的衣服，就很好看这样子。So probably the number.
I guess it just depends on how social you are, maybe, or how much money you have for the
budget.
Wedding. Yeah, your budget. they could be family members or close friends. And that's what we were talking about. It's someone who knows the bride well, right? It's not going to be just some stranger.
Right.
It's someone who either you grew up with or just spent a lot of time with.
对，那 Alice 老师讲到，通常呢，这就是可能会是比如说家庭的成员啊，或是你很亲近的朋友，不太可能是路上抓一个人来，这样也不太符合这个婚礼，这不太温馨。那我们来看一下，这里可能同学要小心一下发音的地方。我们讲 close friends， 那个 close 在当形容词的时候呢，它尾音是发 s。在当动词的时候，比如说你关门啊 ，close the door， 它的尾音会是 z。这个细节呢，请同学要小心，要做出来。如果你可以的话，因为Alice 老师应该听得出来，对不对？如果尾音是发错的话
Yes.
对，外国人是听得出来的。对，不要想说听不出来了，都听得出来。Because we're professional teachers.
That's right. So be professional students. But some brides don't have many female family members or friends, or the bride might live far away, so her friends and family can't help with the wedding preparations. And I think that probably applies to quite a few people, right? If you moved somewhere far away to work or live, and your friends and family are back home, maybe it's too expensive for them to come visit you for the wedding. So you need to hire some professional bridesmaids, perhaps. Or again, let's say you're born into a family and you don't have any sisters, I guess, right? Or other female family members,
right.
Who are you going to call? I imagine that's a problem for quite a few people.
And I think bridesmaids are usually in your generation, right? You can't.
Yeah, usually.
Right.
I think you could ask older people or other generations or younger generations, but I think usually...
But it's hard to imagine like your aunt being your bridesmaid.
It's not normal, I guess.
Right, 我们来看一下自己在讲什么。那有些呢，新娘因为她没有很多的就女性的可能家庭成员啊，可能都是哥哥弟弟啊，或者是没有很多女性的朋友，或者是那个新娘呢，可能她住了很远，有可能搬家了，所以说她的朋友跟家长啊，家里的就是亲戚啊，不能帮忙婚礼的举办。这个时候呢，你如果有一个专业人来帮你的话，其实你可以省掉很多钱。因为就大家不用，比如说特别坐飞机啊，因为像美国很大，可能你要特别这样飞来飞去啊，这个就比较麻烦一点点。那就让专业的来。那我们来看一下，这边有几个东西，像这个单字啊 ，female， 我们再请 Alice 老师发一次
，female。
对，所以它两个音都是长音，所以同学长音的时候呢，你嘴巴要拉紧一点点。比如说那个 e 的话呢，你嘴巴左右要拉开。然后 male 的话呢，它其实藏了两个音。那个 male 的话，它其实是 a 跟 e。male， 你还有一个 a 跟 e 两个音发起来，它才会是长音哦。所以 female 这个字要特别记得，就是女性。那 so what's the difference between female and women?
I would say female is like you shouldn't just call someone, hey, that's a female, right? It kind of sounds a little weird, right? You would say female something like it's a descriptor, like a female dog, a female cat, a female person, or you would just say a woman by itself. Like you wouldn't say that's a female, but you could say that's a woman.
就像 Alice 老师讲到的 ，female 通常它比较像是生理性的，就是比如说，你生出来是男生还是女生啊，或者是这个，比如说青蛙好了，它是公蛙还是雌蛙，这样它是公的还是母的，所以它通常呢比较少用在日常的生活里面，除非像你，比如说你有时候要填问卷的时候，可能他就会问你说你是男生还是女生啊？对，那如果是 women 的话呢，女生或者是像对男生也一样，如果是男生的话就会是 male， 那如果是 women 的话，相对应就会是 man， right？ 那这个时候women 跟 man 它就会是比较社会性的。我刚才看到一个女生这样比较正常，你不会说我刚才看到一个 female， 好像是你把它当成动物，好像有一点把它变成物品的感觉，就不太自然。同学在使用上要小心一点点。
Next, we have, in these situations, a bride might consider hiring a professional bridesmaid. And I would say that, again, these are like types of, you might think, why would you hire a professional? It's because of these scenarios or these situations.
没错，那刚才 Alice 讲到一个很好的字，就是 scenario. It's also, a good word for situation if you don't want to use situation anymore. 如果你 situation 用到烂了哈，那你可以用一下 scenario. 我们请 Alice 老师帮我们拼一下
Scenario, S-C-E-N-A-R-I-O. scenario。
情境是一个比较高级的字，所以在我们前面提到的这些状况里面啊，那新娘呢就会考虑要雇用一个专业的伴娘。这里我们来看一下文法的地方 ，consider 是考虑，通常后面会加一个动名词，所以同学要小心，它不是加 consider to， 是 consider hiring a professional bridesmaid。那 hiring 的部分呢，它这边是当雇用，但是呢，在英国好像大家也蛮常当租借的意思。
I think so, yeah.
租车在美国常用吗？如果是这个租借用 hire car，I
guess you can, but I think it's not as common.
我觉得好像在英国的英文里面 hire 比较常用来当做我租了一台车啊，租了一间小房间啊这样子，所以这个同学有的时候会看到，小心一下。
So let's take a break and then talk about paragraph 3. All right, let's start paragraph 3. So we have professional bridesmaids are responsible for meeting the bride's needs. So your needs are something that you need, right? They're things that are necessary. They're a little different than what you want, right? Maybe you want something, but you don't have to have it. But if you need something, then you do have to have it. For example, people need water and food to live. If you don't have water and food, you will die, right? But maybe you just want something like candy or ice cream. You don't need to have it, but you want it because it tastes good.
没错，这个 need 就是你需要的东西，跟 want 意思是有点不一样的。want 是你想要，不一定需要，可是需要的东西，比如说像水啊、氧气啊，这个如果人没有水、氧气的话就活不了，所以这是不一样的哈。但是你没有糖果的话，你还是可以活得了，就吃饭嘛，对不对？那我们来看一下第一句，他说专业的伴娘她必须要负责，要符合新娘的需求。我们就来看到这里有一个单字叫 meet。People's needs， 这个 meet 呢，它不是见面的意思，那也是考试还蛮常考的，因为它的意思是期待，它的意思是符合期待或者是符合需求，它的意思要翻成符合，所以同学要特别小心，考试很喜欢考这个字，因为你可能考试当下翻不出来。然后还有一个片语 be responsible for， 就是负责什么东西，你也可以说 be in charge of something。In 就是介系词 in，charge 就是呢 charge， 等一下还会看到这个字，但是是不同的意思哦。这个 charge 在这里是责任的意思 ，be in charge of something.
Next we have they can help with anything from writing wedding invitations to handling people who make a scene at the reception. So if you make a scene, that means you're kind of causing a disruption or causing...Yeah, you could say causing a scene too. People say like, don't make a scene, right? Just calm down, blend in. You don't want to stand out for usually not a good reason. Usually maybe if you're yelling in public or disturbing the peace in some way. That's what's called making a scene.
Right, make a scene 就是我们中文讲的啦，就是大吵大闹啊、闹事啊、故意找麻烦的那个 scene 是一个场景嘛。You make a scene 就你自己一个人就占据了一个场景，就你大出风头。那像 Alice 老师刚才有讲到 stand out 也是，就是好像跟别人不一样，比较突出，但是是因为不好的理由哦。如果是很杰出啊、很优秀被表扬啊，就不适合用 make a scene。像有的时候故意闹事、喝酒闹事的人啊，我们就可以用这个字去形容。那我们来稍微看一下这个地方啊，就我们来看到这个专业的伴娘呢，他们呢可以帮忙你任何事情，从写邀请函、婚礼的邀请函，到他可以在婚礼的当天啊去处理那些闹事滋事的人都可以。那这里呢有几个字比较难，我们一起来看一下。Invitations 这里是邀请函的意思，那所以你可以 send out invitations， 你也可以 receive invitations，寄邀请函跟收邀请函。Invitations 的动词是 invite， 邀请 invite， 同学要记得它有个转音，所以动词是 invite， 名词是 invitation， 不是 invitation， 你要小心这个地方。然后呢 ，let's take a look at one more word， reception。我们可能要请 Alice 老师讲一下，因为台湾的婚礼啊，其实啊，我们就是一场婚礼，然后就是吃饭一起，然后进场啊，然后大家交换誓言啊、戒指啊，都是一起的。在美国的话，通常婚礼的话
I think from what I understand is that usually have the wedding ceremony. So that's when people, say their vows, exchange rings. And then usually afterward is when you have a reception to eat lunch or dinner and just, listen to music and dance. That's the reception. So it's kind of two different events, I guess, or one right after another.
对，所以跟台湾其实不一样，我们就是讲 ceremony 而已。台湾其实 ceremony 婚礼的当天啊，就是两个加在一起。美国是分开的 ，ceremony 呢就是婚的典礼，证婚典礼。那 reception 就是比较像是大家去吃饭啊，去放松一下。那台湾的话 ，reception 其实可以直接翻译成婚宴，可以翻译成婚宴 reception 还蛮特别的。
They also offer emotional support when the bride feels stressed. So we said stressful earlier, and I think Betty also talked about people can feel stressed, right? You feel a lot of pressure, you feel just uneasy, you're not comfortable, you feel stressed because of something. And in this case, the bride feels stressed because of the wedding, I would assume.
Right? 那我们来看一下这一句啊，他就说这些专业的婚礼伴娘呢，他们也会提供情绪上的支持。当这个新娘啊，她觉得压力太大的时候
，And these professional women work with the wedding planner so that the bride can relax and enjoy her special day. So usually we call weddings your special day because the day's all about you, right? It's like a day that is a milestone. It's very important to a lot of people. And these professional bridesmaids work with a wedding planner, which is someone that a lot of people hire to plan the wedding.
Right. 台湾其实也蛮盛行的，就是那种婚礼策划。所以说这些专业的伴娘啊，还会跟婚礼策划一起合作。为了就是要 so that 在这边的意思呢，就是为了要，你可以把它换成 in order that， 记得它是两个连在一起的哦，分开 so 跟 that 分开意思是不一样的哦。OK， so 点点点 that 意思太怎么样了，所以怎么样？那这边是目的就是为了让新娘呢，在她特别的那一天，她的大喜之日呢，可以好好的放松跟享受。
The prices for hiring professional bridesmaids can vary, but they usually charge based on the bride's requests. So vary means that it has a range, right? It can range from very cheap to very expensive, right? And here it says it depends on what the bride requests. So if she wants a really big fancy wedding, it's going to be very expensive. But if she wants something very small, maybe the bridesmaids don't have to do very much, then maybe it's not so expensive.
我们这边讲到很有趣，就是收费的部分。其实收费是有很大的不同。这里看到一个比较难的字 very，它跟那个 very good、very bad 是有点像，但同学记得它是 vary， 所以它是不同的意思。它的中文翻译就是不同。Sometimes we say very widely，或者是 very greatly， 大大的不同。他就讲到啦，那个要雇佣专业的伴娘的价格可以是非常不同的哦。它基本上呢是根据就是这个新娘的需求来收费的 ，based on 就是根据。那 charge 在这个地方指的是费用。那这里的话，同学可以注意一下，那个 charge 这里当动词收费，你也可以把它当成名词，就变成费用。For example，how much do you charge for admission？你收多少钱要进去的话，入场费收多少？这个 charge 是动词，你也可以说 What is the admission charge？ 那入场费多少？所以动词名词可以活泼的使用。
Having professional bridesmaids also means that the other bridesmaids can celebrate with the bride instead of trying to deal with problems that come up on the big day. And that makes sense to me because maybe, again, usually bridesmaids are family or friends. So maybe you just want to have fun with them rather than stressing out with them, right? Maybe you want to just talk and relax on your big day and then let the professionals who, are strangers to you. So it doesn't matter so much to you if they have fun because you're hiring them. They're not your friends who are doing you a favor or just helping you out.
You pay them, so that's the service you pay for.
You don't pay your friends to be bridesmaids, right? You weren't paid to be a bridesmaid,
but
right?
in Taiwan we give out red envelopes.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Right?
So you should have been on time.
Yeah, I should have.
Oh no. I didn't realize that. Okay, so you kind of get paid, but it's not really paying them. It's more just like a thank you,
right?
Yeah, it's a little different.
Right, appreciation.
Yeah.
Sort of thing, right? 他就这里就讲到啦，通常呢，在国外那个伴娘呢，我们台湾会包个红包给伴娘嘛，在国外是不需要的，所以我们就讲到说啊，因为你就请专业，你有付钱，所以感觉心理压力不会那么大，好像是你欠人家一个恩情，这样欠朋友一个恩情。他这里就讲到啦，有一个专业的伴娘啊，也代表说呢，其他的伴娘可以和你一起庆祝你这个特别的一天，而不是要试着去处理一些在婚礼现场啊发生的一些问题。我们刚才讲到 special day， 这里的 big day 也可以当就是大喜之日的意思。
So that's all the time we have today. So we will see you all next time.
Bye bye.